guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Delilah if you're new here, and today we are going to do a story time. I will tell you guys the time where I almost got kidnapped by my family in Dubai. Now, okay, disclaimer. I know my family watches my videos, okay? I know you guys watch my videos and I love you guys so much, but I am gonna tell you guys about this time as if I was there at that time. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna tell you guys how I was feeling and I felt like I was in the middle of being kidnapped. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this video neutral. I don't want you guys to say anything. I don't want to say anything out of proportion. I am going back there in literally a week and a half at this point. So I'm gonna be gone for a few days, then like for about 10 days I won't be posting. But if you do want to add me on my Snapchat or my Instagram in order to have some updates of the vlog and things like that, and I will actually post the vlog later, but I will end up posting two from the first time that I'm talking about now and from the second time. Yeah, I guess let's get started. So please, nobody take anything personal. I love everybody. Positivity, vibes into the world. But I'm gonna tell you guys the story now. So I guess we should start with the fact that I just got a new apartment. I didn't move in there yet because I was waiting until they installed the bed into the bedroom. So I wasn't able to move in until then. They were taking a couple of weeks, which was kind of long in my opinion, but I was also letting them know that I have a trip coming up in literally about a week at that point. And I was just like, hey, like if I can move in beforehand and move my stuff in there at that point and I can leave from my trip, which was only planned to be a week. I will be back in a week or two because I was also planning to go to my grandmother from Dubai. So it was all a mess, but it was not all set in stone. So I moved my stuff and 2 days later I left. Just to elaborate again, I was going to go to Dubai for a week, see my family that I've never met before. Well, when I was like 2, but that doesn't count. And then I would end up going to leave there, make a visa there, leave to go to Uzbekistan, my home country, to see my grandmother. And then I would end up going home about 2 weeks after I left. So I come and it's Eid. I meet everybody, I love it, whatever, you know, all that fun stuff. Everything's going good. Everybody's excited to have me. Everybody's being super friendly. It was, apart from this experience, if it wasn't like this, it was the best time. I got to meet so much of my family. Honestly, you guys, this is my dad's side of the family, and my dad died when I was a little girl, when I was 9 years old. You know, there wasn't much connection between us other than my dad. I knew them somewhat. I kind of saw the guys' pictures before, but the females don't post themselves online, so I never knew what they looked like. So I got to meet all of them. I have 6 siblings. I love them so much. So it was going good. Everything was great. My oldest brother, he is, I believe, 32, somewhere around there. You know, he's a lot older than me. I'm 20. And he doesn't speak much English. Nobody really does. Only one of my sisters did, and we were basically the ones communicating with her and her husband. We were basically talking back and forth. She was telling me kind of the movements of my documents because I originally entered Dubai with an emergency passport, which was supposed to be changed into an actual passport once I got there. And since I haven't been in Dubai for that long, since I was a child, it was kind of like a rocky situation, and it was just, like I said, a mess. So I was kind of going there blind, but I was hoping for the best. So fast forward about 2 weeks later, where I finally realized I can't see my grandmother, so I was kind of upset, and I was just like, damn. And mind you, when I got there, Eid took a week. That means all the government officials are closed, and everything was just a shutdown. Everybody was partying, everybody was eating, nobody was really taking care of any documents or taking me anywhere. Eventually, I was taken to a couple of places, and it was just, nobody really knew what to do with me because the government was also really hesitant to give me a passport due to the fact that I haven't been there in the country for so long. And I was getting really irritated and pissed. I was just like, okay, so I have to go back home. I live on the other side of the globe. And I have my family there. My mom stayed back. I went all by myself. My mom is there. My school is there. My job is there. I put in my I put in a vacation for 2 weeks, and they stretched it. The 2 weeks was too much, but the manager at that time stretched it a little bit so that I would be able to go. I'm telling them, like, I gotta be back for work. I will get fired, this, that. They're like, well, we're doing everything we can do. No movement for the next few days, and I'm really confused. Also, it was kind of inconvenient for me because, as you guys know, in the US, the weekends are Saturday and Sunday. But in Dubai, the weekends are Friday and Saturday. So Sunday officially becomes a business day. So the weekend starts a little bit earlier that I was not aware of. And so it was, like I said, slow. So fast forward, still not much movement. I'm kind of hearing different sides of the family. I'm kind of like, what's happening? I need to go back. Like, I don't understand. And like I told you guys, I didn't know how long this would take. And also I was planning to buy a flight out of there to my grandmother. So I didn't get a round trip, because it was kind of like a one-way ticket there and then a one-way ticket out and one-way ticket back. I had one ticket. So now I'm just like, when am I leaving? Like, oh my God. The nights turned into days. Mind you, I packed for 2 weeks and I'm getting really upset. I'm trying to figure out, talk to my brother and try to be like, can you guys take me now? Can you guys take me there? Everybody in New York is worrying out of their mind. Foster care is worrying. They're like, hey, Delilah, where are you? And in foster care, it's kind of like a big deal to let a child out. Since I was a little older, they didn't really have much say in it. They were just kind of like, okay, go ahead. But overall, it's really hard to even get yourself out of the state. You need to get permission from just about everybody, and it's just whatever. So they were kind of, you know, they were open to me going, and when I didn't really come back, they were like, Delilah, like, what's happening? But they were also kind of giving me my space, because there's an 8-hour gap between. In Dubai, it's 8 hours ahead. So around the time that it was like afternoon, it would be 7 o'clock in the morning, and I would talk to my boyfriend, because he works overnights, like kind of like throughout his shift and stuff like that. And I would keep him updated. I would call my mom, but I didn't call anybody as much because of the amount of money that I was paying per minute. It wasn't free. And I'm trying to contact people. I'm like, all right, listen, there's no movement. It doesn't seem like I can leave. Can you guys get me out? So my family at the same time is telling me, Delilah, you can't leave because you came with an emergency passport, but you can't leave with an emergency passport. So I was like, that was something you never mentioned to me. I'm like, I thought I can leave. So I'm over here like, listen, I don't understand. I'm getting angry. I'm getting sad. I'm crying. I was crying, okay, a lot. We're not gonna go into detail how much I was crying, but I was crying. I had migraines. I was just not feeling it anymore. I was just over it. Imagine somebody going into Dubai and wanting to leave. I can imagine. You guys probably would never want to do that. You'd probably just move in. But me, I'm so used to the way I'm living. I just got, mind you, I was living in foster care homes since the age of 14, right before high school. So I was kind of in and out of homes, and it wasn't nice. So when I finally got to have my own apartment, I was freaking out of excitement. Like, you guys don't understand. So the fact that I only stayed there for 2 days and left, and my stuff wasn't unpacked, it was just, and I hope I'm being somewhat organized. My thoughts are kind of all over the place, but I'm trying to be as organized as I can be, because it was just a mess throughout the whole entire time I was there in general. So I'm calling my mom, I'm complaining, I'm like, listen, I just want to leave, I don't understand. She's like, no, Delilah, you gotta sit this one through. And we kind of fought a lot over the course of that trip. I actually ended up not talking to her for a good like week or two, because I was just sick and tired of what I was hearing, and I was just like, you don't understand what I'm going through, because you're not here. You're comfortable in your own home, but I am here doing you a favor. I have no support at this point. I'm surrounded by family that's not doing much to get me out. In fact, they want me to stay. My mom doesn't care. My boyfriend's freaking out because he's just scared. My job is like, Delilah, you'll get fired. Hello, hello, Delilah. I got to the point where I had to call my lawyer, and every foster child has a lawyer, a law guardian. I had to call her, and I had to put her on, and I had to tell her, you have to call my job and tell them I'm not coming back for a while, and that this is not my fault. I can't control it. So it ended up being that they did put me off on hold for a little bit, because they didn't understand, because they finally heard from me, kind of, but from my law guardian. Eventually movements started happening, and we were going to officials, and they were like, listen, it's gonna take a lot longer than you think. And I'm sitting there like, I have to go home. I have classes starting soon. My job is waiting for me. Like, then my family's telling me, it doesn't matter about your job, you'll be fine, it'll be all okay. And overall, my dad left like a little bit of money, like I guess kind of like a will, you can call it. I don't think it's a direct will, but, and so we were kind of trying to work out my documents so I can get that portion of it, because all of my siblings already got it. I'm desperate at this point. I'm going on Facebook, and I write this really long status. I scare everyone half to death. So people are kind of like fighting for me, giving me numbers. They're like, hey, call this number up, call this number up. And I thank you guys so much if you are watching this video, those that did go out of their way to kind of look for numbers to see who can I possibly talk to. You guys gave me so much hope doing that. Like, I never thought that people aren't really that close to me would actually come to my rescue. You guys are the best. Oh my god. Everybody's checking up on me. Everybody's like, hey girl, you okay? I went on a live and I was just like, I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know when I'm coming back. Like, I was here for like, I was there in total for about a month, from a week to a month, right? I know. That month was the longest month of my life, I swear. It was so long. At some points, my siblings that kind of like see me in the funk, they're like, hey, let's go out, let's do this, let's do that. At that point, I just thought they were lying to me. I just thought they were deceiving me. I'm like, there's no way you guys didn't tell me any of this to begin with. I didn't understand what was happening. I didn't believe anybody at that point. I was just like, I cannot deal. Eventually, there comes a point where I finally get to talk to the official and get my way through. He's like, it'll take another week, and I'm thinking about it because why the hell weren't you here since like you were a young girl? I'm like, that's not my fault. Like, what? I was 2. How am I supposed to know? Why? That's my mother. Like, I don't understand. Because my dad and my mom divorced when I was still in her tummy. They got married and divorced all while I wasn't here. So it was just a mess since before I was born. You guys, if you ever want to hear stories, I will tell you stories. When I tell you I have story times, I got story times. So I'm like, another week, and I'm like talking to them. I'm like, listen, I can't stay here no more. I gotta go. And everybody's already thinking I'm disrespectful. They're like, listen girl, we don't care. You can't leave anyway. And I thought that was the most disrespectful thing ever. I thought the Dubai government tried it. Like, they were trying me. I got a Brooklyn attitude, okay? And I was just like, I was sad, but then I was pissed by the end. Fast forward, I get my passport. Next thing I know, I have to stay for another week. I'm like, why? Like, I already have my passport. I can go. My brother is like, oh, well, it's due to the fact that you still didn't fill out the documents to actually get your money. I go to fill out those documents. They're telling me to stay for another month. Imagine how I was feeling at that point. I said, no, I'm not staying. Don't even think about asking me again because I'm not staying. You are buying me a one-way ticket out of here. I was just so pissed. At this point, foster care is like, listen, girl, what the hell is happening? Because there's no way. There's no way. It seems like you're coming back. Then they're trying to get me a ticket back. Next thing I know, the same day that they're trying to get me a ticket back, my family buys me a ticket back. This is already towards the end. And it's in another 3 days. So I'm kind of already irritated. And I'm like, why do I have to wait another 3 days? Like, literally, I was trying to get a ticket out, like, in hours. Not days, hours. Like, I was that desperate. You guys don't understand. Like, it was the worst. And then I'm like, I should be out by tomorrow. I should be out by tomorrow. Foster care is buying me a ticket. They bought me the ticket. And I left. I didn't leave on bad terms. I'm going back, obviously. I'm confident this is gonna go well. At this point, eventually, after a lot of thinking, after a lot of understanding, I realized that it's not really my family's fault, and that I was kind of thinking that they were deceiving me for unnecessary reason. So I hope you guys don't get mad at me. I don't think you're lying to me anymore. Please understand. I love you. I love my family. Like, I really do. Like, we got somewhat really close. I don't really open my persona up that much in person. I'm really a shy person. But eventually I got really close to my nephews. My nephews loved me. Eventually by the end, I have a niece too. Well, I have 2 nieces. Me, myself, I'm a single child from my mom's side. So, you know, that was it. But yeah, I mean, that's the story where I thought I got kidnapped in Dubai. You guys, it might not seem as serious on this camera, but if you were on my Facebook at that moment, if you would have read my status, which I'm not going to be posting because it'll cause too much controversy, you guys would know I was desperate. I was crying all the time. I was angry. I was calling up different numbers, calling up different governments. Mind you, this is around July 4th. So as the day is here, I'm trying to call over there, and over there there's a holiday. Then over there there's a holiday again. And I'm like, what is happening over there? Like, I don't understand. Like, it's not a holiday in Dubai, but it's a holiday in New York. But then suddenly, the Dubai officials are also closed because it's an American place. And I'm like, but you're not in the US, so what are you talking about? I was pissed. Throughout the whole month, I was pissed. I was miserable, I was negative as hell, and it was just the worst time. And I wish I didn't have to go through it like that because it's magical. Dubai is magical. My family is magical. They were the most open people. They fed me every day. They were trying to get me fat because I'm trying to get thick, you know. They would take me places. They would talk to me, tell me about my dad. It literally meant the world to me, and I loved them so much. Even now, even after everything happened, obviously, I don't blame them for what happened. It was a nice lesson for me. Don't ever go anywhere with a one-way ticket. So if you can take anything from this story time, please take the fact that be precautious, even going in a country that you've never been before or for a while, because everybody has different rules and nobody understands you the same way as other people may. So you may think a certain way in the US, but in other countries, a whole different mindset, which is probably a smart thing to consider. But that is all I have for you guys today. Please comment down below if you want to see a vlog from this trip while I was there, because I did make my Snapchat originally like for that trip. So comment down below if you want one. I will definitely post videos and clips and all that stuff from my Snapchat that I still have, nice pictures, and I will also vlog during my stay in Dubai from the 13th to the 23rd. I will be there for 10 days in January. I will vlog the entire time there, hopefully, and I will make it for you guys. Let me know which one you want to see first. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. It's just, they're both a lot of work to put together. Sorry this vlog was a little long, but it was a lot going on. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. Like this video if you liked what I told you about, or if you love Dubai, because who doesn't love Dubai? Click the notification bell, please, down here so that you're notified with every video. It seems like you guys aren't really seeing all of them. My views are really scattered all over the place. Also, from my last video, it doesn't seem like anybody watched it. Please comment down below if you have any questions about foster care, any broad, any personal questions, any I don't know, any kind of questions like that. Please comment it down below. Any questions you may have about foster care or a child in foster care, comment it. That's all I have. I love you guys so much. Hope you have a great day, and remember, you're a goddess. Later.
I think I'm fat as hell, I got his shoes out of line. Saying tomorrow I do the dishes never come. Easy bake, easy wake, come on. Just give as much as you take, forgive as much as you hate, or get the fuck out.